This half hour we'll be talking to one of the most talked about men in Australian motoring circles. Not Peter Brock, not Mark Scaife, no, it's Thomas Denevan. Thomas Denevan? Tom's the guy who pranged the $2 million Jaguar XJ220 in the King's Cross Tunnel last week. The only one in Australia, and Tom trashed it. We'll be talking to him this half hour, and as Mark mentioned, we'll be talking to Wayne Gardner as well. Wayne's driving a Honda NSX at Bathurst this weekend. That's only worth $180,000, but we might send Tom up the mountain to crash into it anyway. You've got to start somewhere. Start at 2 mil and work your way down. Today it's Thomas Denevan's turn. Thomas drives a Ford Capri, and he's the one involved in that crash, that celebrated crash with the XJ220 Jaguar last week. Thomas has agreed to speak to us this morning. Hello, Tom.
Hi, Doug, are you?
I'm disturbed.
Yeah, disturbed.
As a Jaguar lover, I'm profoundly disturbed by what you've done. I know that the accident wasn't your fault, but you just shouldn't have been there. I mean, this is a $2 million vehicle, a thing of beauty and a joy forever, the ultimate example of the craftsmanship at Browns Lane, Coventry, and you let it run into you. How could you?
I know, it's terrible. I couldn't agree more.
You to me are like Mark Chapman. The man who killed John Lennon.
Oh, right.
An awful... It's not your fault. Was there much damage?
To my car, there was not a scratch.
I'm sorry to hear that. and the Jaguar was profoundly damaged, wasn't it?
Yeah, all the front end and bonnet had a bit of damage to it, yeah.
Probably only $40,000 or $50,000 worth?
Yeah, well, maybe.
You know how we got onto you? One of your friends rang. He said, this mate of mine, Thomas, he's bragging to everybody that he's the guy that the Jag run into.
Well, I was wondering how you found out, actually.
I won't mention his name. We don't divulge our sources, Thomas. But you have been dining out on it, I believe.
Oh, no. Of course
Yes.
not. I'm a Jaguar lover, too.
Are you?
Yeah.
What, you have Jaguars run into you? He wouldn't let any other kind of car run into him. That's how selective he is. You know the guy that does the big voiceovers on Triple M? You know the...
Yeah.
Triple M.
Yeah.
You're a dickhead if you're not listening. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
His name, well, I shouldn't release his name. Why not? He'd love it. Steve Britton. He's a Harley rider, and he had a Jaguar run into him.
Oh, really?
And ended up with his colon on his knee. You should think yourself lucky you're in a vehicle, in a Ford Capri, a robust Ford Capri. I imagine that the Jaguar was damaged because it's so low it slid under the rear of your car. Is that what happened, Thomas?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know how a Jaguar can come out worse off than a Ford, but nevertheless it happened.
Probably because it's made of kryptonite or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is sleek through the air, but not so sleek under the arse of a Ford Capri.
Yeah.
This car has been tested in the UK at 340 plus kilometres an hour, but it still couldn't negotiate the King's Cross Tunnel. Were you shocked to find a $2 million object up your clacker?
Very shocked, actually.
Yeah.
I looked in the rearview mirror and just saw this $2 million car coming at me.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it was a bit worrying.
Did you say to yourself, good God, there's a $2 million car coming at me? Did you say that?
Yeah, well, put it this way, I didn't have a look at my car until about an hour later.
Is that right? Yes. I had an accident recently. I was in the Ferrari and this kid ran into the back of me and he got out and he said, oh, wow, I've run into a Ferrari. And I got out and he said, oh, look, it's Doug Mulray. G'day, Doug. He was so pleased.
I'm sure you were overjoyed.
His mother wasn't thrilled when she came to inspect the damage done to her car. It was Kerry, I believe that the gentleman's name is Kerry Manolis, or Manolis, the guy driving the car, the first and only XJ220 in Australia. Was he fairly agitated?
No, they were very good about it, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, they didn't want the publicity, so it only took 30 seconds. They jumped out, had a look, and jumped back in and drove off again.
And now I've gone and mentioned his name. He will be cross. Sorry, Kezo. He's described in the Sydney Morning Herald, who also got hold of his name, as a pharmaceutical retailer. Fine kind of people. No wonder he's got $2 million. I was originally going to buy one of these cars, Thomas.
Yeah?
Yeah, but when I contacted Jaguar, they told me that it was £50,000 sterling deposit, payable 3 years in advance, and you didn't get any interest on your money. When the car was completed, they wouldn't deliver it. You had to go and get it yourself. And when you brought it back here, it couldn't be registered in New South Wales. So it just seemed like a bad idea at the time.
Yeah.
Kerry's obviously gone ahead. The car, I think, was originally to be between $1 and $1.5 million. It's now worth $2, something of a good investment as long as you watch out for Capris. Thank you for sharing that experience with us this morning, Thomas.
It's a pleasure, Doug.
It's been fascinating, if disturbing. Keep your eyes on the road and occasionally on the rear vision mirror, will you?
I will.
Cheers, mate.
See you later.
Bye.
Showtime.
Because of industrial action.
Oh.
They've taken their isobars and buggered off.
Is it too hot there?
The public sector union says members imposed the work bans to protest plans to move the Bureau's offices from the city to Macquarie University, the university you're having when you're not having university at North Ryde. However, a weather watch is continuing and warnings of severe weather conditions will be issued if necessary. We're not getting a lot of information through, but if a glacier forms in the Parramatta River Basin, if a huge tsunami rushes in from New Zealand,
Hurricane?
we'll inform you. In fact, we'll let Reggae Ellis know first. He'll get his gun out. Mark Warren will be out there on the balsa board he's had since 1946 when he first started surfing. 17 after 8, it's lock spot time, my dears.